In the small town of Rivenwood, an ancient legend whispered among the locals told of the Forbidden Forest, a place shrouded in perpetual twilight and unexplainable occurrences. For generations, the townspeople avoided the forest, especially after sunset, when the trees whispered secrets that made the heart race and shadows came alive. Clutching a mysterious card they had stumbled upon in an old antique shop, they made their way to the edge of the Forbidden Forest as the last rays of the sun dipped below the horizon. The card depicted a peculiar creature named Giovanni and Gary of the Forbidden Forest. It was eerie, with hollow eyes and a sinister smile, standing against the backdrop of jagged trees under a starlit sky. The card's description warned of dire consequences for those who disturbed the peace of the forest. Undeterred, the trio ventured deeper into the forest, clutching the card as a sort of talisman. A biting wind rustled the leaves, and the forest grew increasingly dark and silent, except for the occasional hoot of an owl. "Do you really think we Xi squared beta negation beta LLC this Giovanni and Gary?" Liam asked, trying to maintain his composure. Sarah shrugged. "Who knows? It's probably just an old wives' tale." Jack, always the skeptic, laughed. As they fumbled to relight it, they heard a soft, mocking laughter echo through the trees. "Who's there?" Sarah called, swallowing her fear. The laughter grew louder and seemed to come from every direction. Suddenly, the flashlight flickered back to life, illuminating the card in Liam's hand. The creature's I squared beta negation beta's eyes on the card glowed a menacing red. "It's the card," Liam gasped, but before they could react, the forest around them began to warp. Trees twisted into grotesque shapes, their branches clawing at the sky. The ground under their feet seemed to pulsate, breathing like a living creature. Panicking, the trio tried to escape, but the forest paths had changed. Every direction led them deeper into the surreal landscape of shadows and whispers. It was even more horrifying in reality, with wings that stretched unnaturally long and eyes that seemed to pierce through their very souls. The creature let out a low growl, a sound that seemed to vibrate through the air and make their skin crawl. "Why have you disturbed our rest?" the creature hissed, its voice a blend of multiple, overlapping tones. We didn't I squared beta negation beta T mean to," Jack stuttered. "We were just curious." The creature's eyes narrowed. "Curiosity can be dangerous. Your presence here has consequences." In an instant, the creature lunged at them, its wings creating a gust of wind that knocked them off their feet. They scrambled to get up, but an unexplainable force held them down. Giovanni and Gary loomed over them, and everything went black. When they awoke, it was morning. The forest was back to its serene, albeit eerie self. The three teenagers found themselves at the edge of the forest, the card lying beside them, now blank except for the words, "You were warned." Shaken, they returned to Rivenwood, forever marked by their encounter. They never spoke of that night again, but they heeded the warning and never went near the Forbidden Forest after dark. The legend lived on, a cautionary tale of curiosity and the unimaginable horrors that could be lurking in the shadows, just beyond the line of sight.